So, Lee, this Thursday night game, it was the Arizona Cardinals and Seattle Seahawks. I feel about this game as about as excited as I was before the season with what's my guy name? What's the quarterback, the Chargers quarterback? What's his name?
Herbert.
Herbert. Yeah,
Herbert. Yeah.
that's how excited I was about this game before, before, before. All right, so which was not really that exciting,
Right.
of a game,
Right.
So, but this is a division game. I know, and these things are always tight. Seattle takes the win. It looks like it was a pretty close game with Seattle taking the win. Arizona Cardinals. They fall to 2-2, so Seattle is now 3-1, and I mean, yeah, okay, Sam Darnold. I guess Sam Darnold's playing good, He's playing solid for coming over. 18 of 26, 242 yards and a touchdown.
Played solid last year too until
Yeah, yeah.
we meet up with them Rams in the
Hey,
playoffs. But
hey, that's the hey that's gonna be the Achilles heel for these guys. They got to be able to get over the hump, man. But yeah, Seattle, this is your division, man, and with these guys, and I wasn't, granted, from what I've seen, some highlights of what saw of the game. It was a back and forth kind of game. Some errors, some mistakes, and stuff like that. But nothing really that nothing too exciting.
I mean, it's a division game. Those guys, we all know division games. It can go either way. But I expected Seattle to win that game. Arizona's just too inconsistent. Murray, over the course of his career, has proven to also be vastly inconsistent. Lots of talent, but just never really can put it together right on a consistent basis. Marvin Harrison Jr. got a touchdown. He played pretty well. Arizona still without James Conner. They haven't really been able to establish a firm running game, even though I think Benson was he was he was adequate. But for the most part, I think, man, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's really kind of shown himself to be a top tier wide receiver in this league. The connection that he has with Darnold, I think is going to be special. They seem to have a really, really sound, firm connection going on there. And I think it's actually going to carry through throughout the course of the season. Outside of that, Darnold, when I was making that comment about him, he started off pretty similarly with the Vikings last year, right? Where I mean, regular season wise, putting up good stats, winning games, being consistent. The problem, or where I think we're going to see if he has shown any growth, is later in the season when things get tightened up, when everybody starts, when you start to make that playoff run,
Yeah.
and if they do happen to get into the playoffs, is he going to be able to, come through and win a big one for them? I don't know. I don't see it just yet. It's going to be interesting when we do play them because they got to play us twice. Being in the NFC West, they got to play the 49ers. Going to see how they play against those guys.
Mhm.
But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Man, Cooper Cup hasn't really been showing out yet. That's been not a concern. I mean, when the Rams let you go, they let you go for a reason. You and it just for 10 out of 10 times. When they and I'm not talking about a trade. So Jared Goff is not included in this, but when they cut a guy, because they did it with Todd Gurley, they cut Todd Gurley. That's a sign that that person probably doesn't have anything
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
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 So
When you guys got receivers like Devontae Adams and Puka Nakua, I mean, it's tough to really kind of make your way in there. But you mentioned Jackson Smith in Jigba, and he had a holding penalty in the game, and I don't know if you saw this, but as the ref was hot mic'd, he walked past him and say, "Man, that was some BS." On the
yeah,
hot mic. So I know that was intentional to get that out, but I saw that clip happen. But yeah, I really didn't know that much about him, man. But it seems like he's
Smith.
a pretty solid. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that much about him.
Yeah, he's from that school.
Yeah,
He's from Ohio State,
Ohio State from that
right?
school.
And but look, I can't stand Ohio State. Don't like them. I'm a Michigan fan. Go blue. But I got to give them credit. They dole out some wide receivers, man. The guy for Tampa Bay, the rookie,
Yeah.
he's Ohio State,
Yeah.
right? Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State,
Yeah. Yeah. So they got
right?
some.
They got some guys
Yeah. Yeah.
that came out of that school. So, and there's a lot more that I'm not even naming. So yeah, he's starting to kind of feel himself. He's kind of, when the game starts to slow down for some of these players, especially when they have really like they have supreme talent. It takes them a while to get kind of acclimated, not just to the pace of the game, but just to all of the different nuances and, kind of figuring out where they fit in and how they can kind of exercise their dominance in the league. And not to say that he's dominant just yet, but he's getting like 3 yards of separation for every route that he's running.
Yeah.
Like he's quick. He has the entire route tree down pat. Right. So I think that's really helping Darnold out. He's like a safety net, safety blanket for him. And that's why I think Darnold's going to lean on him for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be good. Yeah, but those games against you guys and the 49ers, that's going to really shake out, what y'all division looking like. So, I'd be interested to see how Seattle kind of what happens in that scenario. But yeah, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's jump into these picks.
Ain't nothing happening, though. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Ain't
I figured you was going to
Ain't
throw
nothing.
that in there. I figured you was going to throw
Ain't
that.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let's jump into these picks, man. So
Okay.
So first game I got here is Minnesota Vikings at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and in this game, let's see, JJ is okay, okay, yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Okay, we got Carson
Let's go.
Wentz. We got
Let's
Carson
go. Your
Wentz.
boy.
Carson
That's your
Wentz
boy.
against the old man. And hey, let me tell you, okay, Carson Wentz looked really good. I mean, he was all right. He was all right.
Blinks. Who do you dislike the most? Wentz or the old man?
But this is a tough one right here. This is a tough one right here. I'm telling you right now, this is tough. Because I don't like both of them. But let me see. I'm gonna have to go. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go with old man on this one. Man. I'm gonna have to go
All
with the
right.
Pittsburgh Steelers on this one because Carson Wentz is going to show up. He's gonna show up. He's gonna show up. And unfortunately, it's not gonna be it's gonna be detrimental for the Minnesota Vikings. And they're gonna try and get JJ back in that game like as quickly as possible. So yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Wentz finishes off this whole season. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the starter for the rest of the season. That being said, I think the matchup here is really between Brian Flores and Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Brian Flores is familiar with Aaron Rodgers from back in the day, and he used to give Aaron Rodgers fits. So I think this defense is going to be tuned up. I think they're going to give Pittsburgh offense some trouble. The Pittsburgh defense has been leaky. Pittsburgh defense has not been good all season. And I think that's going to give the edge to the Vikings.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's coming down to Carson Wentz.
Notice I didn't say because of Wentz.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
But Wentz is going to throw 2 touchdowns.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, this is gonna be good. All right. Next game we got Washington Commanders at the Falcons, man. What you got in this one?
Commanders at the Falcons. But guess what? You know what? I'm done with the Falcons. I'm done. Like, I mean, that was the biggest letdown last week, man. Like, I was starting to drink the Kool-Aid. I thought they was turning over a new leaf.
Yeah.
They fooled me.
Yeah.
They fooled me. Yeah. I'm going with the Commanders. I don't have any faith in the Falcons. I think they're too hot and cold, right? When we were just talking about consistency, they got none.
None at all.
I like Raheem. I really, really, really want to see Raheem succeed. But something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. And that defense, I mean, you're dominant one week and then against the Panthers, you give up 30 points. I'm not even, your offense didn't score nothing. But your defense on the other side gives up 30 points to the Panthers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah, Commanders going to win this one.
Yeah, yeah. I find it so hard that the Falcons just remind me of the city of Atlanta too much, which is helter skelter. There's no true real fans in Atlanta.
Mm,
It's just too is you know a lot of bandwagon. Here we go. The Atlanta
mm.
Falcons fans, they are player fans. They're not team fans, right? They are fans of players, and they're not true fans. You might have a couple here and there, but I can't. I you know Washington Commanders are not going to have Jaden Daniels. They're not going to have Scary Terry, but I still can't go with the Falcons. I'm going with the Commanders.
The entire Commanders starting offense wouldn't be playing, and they'll still win.
Yeah, yeah,
They're still going to
yeah.
win. I don't think the Falcons are buttoned up. I don't think, and I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's the players themselves, but who's the offensive coordinator? I think there's a guy they got from the Rams. I can't remember his name,
Let's see.
but that offense, it should be going through Bijan Robinson. Everything should be going through him. And for whatever reason, they don't utilize him the right way.
They don't.
They're trying to make it about the quarterback, which I get. Penix is he's hype. He's very talented, but still he's young. He doesn't have a lot of starts under his belt. You should be relying on the run, establishing your dominance at the offensive line at the line of scrimmage, and then using the run to open up the pass so you can get the ball to Drake London. But they're trying to do it the opposite way, and it's not working. So if they're going to continue what they're doing, their philosophy, I think Commanders are going to win this one easy.
Yeah, now offensive coordinator Zach Robinson.
Yeah, he came from the
Yeah,
Rams.
so
Yeah,
and they said in a recent change, they just moved him from he was calling the plays in the booth, and they just moved him down to the sideline.
yep,
To say to improve communication with Michael Penix. So yeah, I hey look, Godspeed to him, man. It's this Atlanta thing. You got to win some game. You got to do something with that offense, like you talking about with those players on offense. There should be no way.
yeah.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
No way.
No way, man. Come on.
That's the disappointing part to all of this is the fact that they have talent.
Yeah,
They have talent. They got first rounders on both sides of the ball,
yeah, man.
right? First round, you got a first round quarterback, first round receiver, first round running back, right? You got on the defensive side, you got 2 first rounders on the edges.
Yeah,
Okay. So there's no excuse.
none, man.
There's no excuse. That's why if Raheem can't get this together this year, it may be a quick out for him again.
That's why he got rid of the wide receivers coach
Maybe a
last
quick
year.
out for him again. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope and wish that he could get some grace,
Yeah,
that he can get the Daboll treatment, right? But to Daboll's credit, he did win Coach of the Year his first year with the Giants, so he had something to kind of get him through this rough patch, which that's not going to last much longer either. But Raheem, he needs to get it together this year.
yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right. The next game we got New Orleans Saints at the Buffalo Bills. This is an easy one for me. I'm going with Buffalo. I mean, it's not even I New Orleans just don't they don't they're not saying anything. They're too old. Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills, it could it no, it won't even be like a letdown game. Buffalo Bills. I'm not even
Yeah, I don't think there's no way they let this one slip. Buffalo's going to win this one. Who's home?
Buffalo is home.
Buffalo's home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Buffalo easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
I don't see anything with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions. I like this game. I like this game.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good game. I like the fact Cleveland coming off the win, beating Green Bay. Detroit looking pretty solid. After the first loss, now that they're looking solid and looking like they're getting back to their self again, switching up that offense. So this is going to be a good game. I'm going to go with Detroit in this. I think it's going to be a tight game. It all depends. Cleveland, I don't know about their offense, but their defense is stout and their defense is solid. But I think Detroit is just going to do too much on offense. They're going to pull something out, one of those Ben Johnson plays, and they are going to win this game. So I got to go with Detroit.
I agree. Same sentiments. I think the defensively, this is going to be a good matchup for about 2 quarters. And I think attrition is going to set in. And I think Detroit, because they just have too much firepower on that offensive side. And equivalently, Cleveland does not. So I think Detroit just has too many gadgets that they can use, both from a scheme perspective and assets on that offense to wear down that Cleveland Browns defense. And I think it's going to open up late in the third quarter. And then by the fourth quarter, I think Detroit's going to really pull ahead.
Yeah, yeah. And I got another prediction in this game. I think Dylan Gabriel gets in this game, man. I think Dylan
Mm,
Gabriel gets in this game. I think
yeah.
after in that third quarter, it's gonna be looking ugly for Cleveland. Like I said,
Hmm.
defense is gonna be there, like you said, also. But I think Dylan Gabriel gets in this game, and he I think if not this game, it's going to be next game for sure. I think something's gonna happen.
Well, they interviewed. I don't know why I mean, I know why, but they interviewed Cleveland's third string quarterback, and he said that he can play better than most of the quarterbacks in this league based on what he's seen so far. So, I mean, you know,
Yeah, I think I saw
he,
that clip too.
yeah,
I just had
yeah,
to move on, man. I had to move on. I
yeah,
can't.
man. Yeah. Yeah. Just want to throw it out there. I
Yeah,
mean, if that might be an option for them.
yeah. Hey, you
Got
got to
someone who
give
can
it
play
to
the
him,
game.
man. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
You got the confidence, man. You got the confidence. So
The most confident third string quarterback I think I've ever seen.
could play better than everybody in the league right now. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I just clicked off of that one, man. I kept going. Yeah. So all right. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers, who just beat the Atlanta Falcons 30-0. They are going traveling up to the New England Patriots. Um, what you think about this one?
Now, remember what I said, I think it was the end of week 2 before they played the Falcons. And I said that I want to see if they can kind of make that switch the way they did the end of last year with Bryce Young and start playing better.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they did that last week. If they play this week the way they did last week, I think they can beat New England. I've not seen New England put a game together like that, the way that, the Panthers have last week. So with that being said, um, I think the Panthers are going to take this one. There's no one on the New England side that I can really put any confidence behind. They're having a fumbling problem with both of their running backs right now. They may be putting the rookie in, and then when the rookie did play a couple of snaps, he didn't really do much. Like, no, he didn't perform the way he did during the preseason,
Yeah.
which is not
Yeah.
surprising. That
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
But Drake May, it's him and Hunter Henry, and that's it,
That's it.
right? So yeah, I think the Panthers they can pull this one out.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I think I'm gonna go with Carolina on this again because I'm disappointed in New England, because I thought they were going to be better, and but I should have known better. It was preseason, and they were looking good in preseason, and I was like, oh man, they're going to be looking pretty stout. And but this the real games now. So and they
Right.
hadn't really just don't look the same. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm going with the Panthers. All right, so next game, this is another easy one. I got the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert going up against Jackson Dart and the New York Giants, and the Chargers are going to they are traveling to New York to meet the Giants at home. Jackson Dart, he's going to be getting that start, but we talked about this. We talked about this with something going on in New York. Dayball is there, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
And then I saw an interview with Malik Neighbors after their game last week. And I think you
Yep.
sent me this clip, and where he was saying is not the quarterback. He even went back to Daniel Jones, and he was like, "It's not the quarterback."
Right.
Russ is being benched, and Jackson Dart's getting the start. I want to hear what you got to say on that. But with the Chargers, Justin Herbert coming in, he's just throwing the ball all over the yard. I don't see the Giants even winning this with Jackson Dart starting. I think he's gonna do okay because he's younger. He can move around, et cetera, et cetera. But I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I have the Chargers as well. Too much disarray with the Giants. I don't see Jackson Dart coming in and turning over a new leaf with that team. Not on the first start. But going back to that clip I shared with you, that was actually taken last year when Jones was under fire right before he got benched and then summarily cut. The players know what's up. Okay. So you got Malik Neighbors. He's being interviewed and asking, what's going on, what's happening. And he's like, look, I don't know. He knows. He just doesn't want to say, of course. But he's letting you know that the problem is not with the quarterback. It's not with Daniel Jones. Yeah. Now, as I stated last week, at this point where I gave Dable the benefit of the doubt all the way up until now.
Yeah.
Well, last week.
Yeah.
Because you have a situation where he has these players and he can't get it right. You get rid of the running back. The running back goes to the Eagles and he rushes for 2,000. I mean, he has a historic season. Okay. And then you say, okay, they made the wrong decision. They should have gotten rid of the quarterback, kept the running back. But you get rid of the quarterback anyway. And what's the quarterback doing? Now he's with another team and he's having like his career has been renewed, putting up like historic like performances, efficiency like we have never seen on the offensive side of the ball before. One punt, I think, in 3 games. Crazy. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so now you have to scratch your head and think, well, if these guys can play like this, what was happening with the Giants? What happened in New York? Why couldn't they put it together with that team? It wasn't as if the team was void of talent. Those two were there, and you had good pieces around them. You had complementary pieces on the defensive side of the ball as well. So now you have to look at the coach like, what you doing?
Right.
And so now I'm looking squarely at Daboll, and I'm like, dude, like you mixing and matching, you getting rid of, you using pieces, the pieces aren't working, and you're tossing them out, trying to get more new pieces and thinking, okay, now this is going to fix it and work, and nothing's happening.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, your claim to fame was Josh Allen becoming Josh Allen, getting the credit for, getting his career to where it was at that point in time. Right. And now I got to think, well, maybe Josh Allen just kind of did that on his own. It wasn't because of you. It was because of the hard work that he put in and the extra practices and the extra, going to quarterback coaches during the offseason, learning, refining his technique, changing his throwing motion, all of that stuff. That probably had nothing to do with Daboll. That was just all him putting in the effort.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, look, if this Jackson Dart thing doesn't work, which I think this was a bad move to put him in from a career perspective for Daboll, because now he's expediting the decision on whether or not he's going to stay with that team.
Yeah.
If Jackson Dart stinks it up for like 3 games, Daboll is out.
He done.
He's out.
Yeah. If it were me, I definitely, if you were going to pull Russ, why not put Jameis Winston in at this point? I mean, Jameis Winston has always, I know he's been trying to resurrect his career, but he would just make sense at this point because Giants got a tough stretch, and you putting your rookie in right now, boy, that's going to be rough. I would have definitely. You got Jameis Winston sitting right there, just put him in.
Let me tell you something. When he came out and he said, he got on the podium and he was like, "This was my decision, right? I'm going to put him out there." But talking about the rookie, it was deja vu for me. Because, and what I mean by that was it was almost the exact same speech that Jeff Fisher made when he decided to go with Goff's rookie season.
Yeah.
So the plan was for Goff to sit and learn how to play the position because Goff was not in college. He didn't play in a pro style offense. He played the majority of his snaps were shotgun.
Yeah.
Similar to Jackson Dart, the majority of his snaps were in the shotgun. Yeah. Jackson Dart had to spend a good chunk of the training camp just learning how to take snaps under center.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, Lynx, I don't know if you've ever taken a real snap from under center. It's really not easy. It's not as easy as people think.
Right.
It
Yeah.
hurts
Yeah.
because that it's like coming to you like a bullet. And you got to have really strong hands, a real strong wrist, and like to be able to take that impact and take the ball and go into your
Right.
drops.
Right.
So Jackson Dart had to go through that during the training camp just to kind of get acclimated to taking those snaps and then taking the drops. Same thing with Goff. So now here it is with the Rams back then. I think about 7, 8 games into the season, we're losing. We can't get nothing right. And then Jeff Fisher comes up and said, we're going to start Jared Goff. This is my decision. 3 games after that, Fisher was out.
He was gone. Yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So unless Jackson Dart could, reverse his fortunes right now and riddle off a couple of wins, which your first start against this Chargers defense
Oof.
that's crazy. That's brutal. But if that's what you want, if that's what you decide to do, thinking that it's going to save your job, because that could be the only reason why he's wanting to do that, he being Dable, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you on that for sure. Yeah. So, all right, let's keep this rolling here. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts against your Rams, man. And so, in this game, okay, you guys are at home. Indianapolis Colts got Daniel Jones coming in. Hot, been looking pretty good. Let's see what he could do against you guys defense. Matthew Stafford looking good. You got your receivers and everything like that. You guys at home. I'm gonna go with you guys on this in this one. I think I will be interested to see how Daniel Jones plays against a top defense. So, I was holding my comments on Daniel Jones a little bit, looking good the first 3 weeks. But let's see what you could do against a top defense. But I'm going with your Rams on this.
Yeah, I think the key is going to be our ability to try to bottle up Jonathan Taylor, try to make sure we can keep him on check. I feel pretty good about that, seeing as how we were able to do that with Saquon last week. So that gave me a lot of confidence in our run stopping ability, because that was a big Achilles heel for us last
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
So with that being said, I'm not overly concerned with the receivers. Not to say that they don't have good ones. I think Pittman is a heck of a receiver, but I think we can match up well against them. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to win this game, but it's going to be, I think, a combination of keeping that run game in check and making sure that Pittman doesn't go
yeah,
off.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I say, I'm interested to see what they could do, but I think this one's gonna be easy for y'all, man. Next game we got.
Now I can say easy. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come on, man. Don't do that.
Just
Don't do that. No, no. They're undefeated.
yeah,
No,
defeated.
don't. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think we're going to pull it out. We're going to
All
win
right, all
this.
right, all right. I have to throw
Yeah.
that in there, man. I have to throw that.
Jeez, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, all right. All right. So we got right after that, we got my Eagles going to Tampa Bay. Both again, these teams are also 3-0. You know, Tampa Bay coming off of, a good comeback win last week. Eagles with the win. In this game, what people don't know, because I've seen a lot of commentators that are picking Tampa Bay, which is fine. It's all good. I like that. I like to be the underdog. But people don't realize that Jalen Hurts was out. One of these games. AJ Brown was out. Another one of these games. Devontae Smith was out. We never had a full roster against these guys. And yeah, they beat us. I mean, it is what it is. They beat us. No excuses. We lost. But now we have a full roster. And I don't see the Buccaneers. Now I think Baker Mayfield's gonna have a good game, definitely. If what's his name? Emeka Buka.
Mm-hmm.
Quinyon Mitchell got something for him. He could be on Guantanamo Bay Island. We put him on that island. Put him on Guantanamo Bay Island and shut him down. What's the quarterback that's the wide receiver that's injured? What's his name? Oh my gosh.
Mike
Mike
Evans.
Evans, yes. If Mike Evans was in the game, it definitely would have been a tougher game. And I'm not saying it won't be, but I got to go with my Eagles, man. Fly Eagles, fly on this one. I don't see with the full roster. I don't see anything happening in this game. I think we got this one.
Thanks. I don't want to have to hear Guantanamo Bay for the rest of the season. Don't make that a
Wait till
thing,
after this
please.
game, man.
Don't make that a thing. Don't do that. If Emeka Ibuka bite this dude up,
I,
I don't want to hear Guantanamo Bay ever again.
all right,
All
all right.
right.
I'll promise you on that one.
I mean, I don't want to hear it regardless, but don't make that a thing. Anyway, I think you guys are going to win this game simply because of the fact that the Bucks are beat up. Mike Evans is he's not going to play. He's out. Baker Mayfield is dealing with a bicep injury right now. His bicep, he's not 100%, and it's on his throwing arm. So I think that's going to have some sort of an impact for him. He's still going to play, but he's not going to be 100%. That being said, the Bucks are going to be too one-dimensional. They do have Bucky Irving, and Bucky Irving, he's all right. He hasn't scored a rushing touchdown yet for the season. So that running game, I think they're still trying to get that going, and he's only averaging about 3 yards a rush.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he hasn't been spectacular. So it's going to be Ibuka and that's it. And I don't think that's going to be enough with the Eagles. The Eagles, you guys just have too much all over the board. So you guys should win this one easily.
Yeah. No, don't say that either, man. Don't say that. Don't say that.
You guys, I mean, this should be like cake.
Don't say that, boy. Don't say that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know why. You know what? They shouldn't even play the game. Just
stop this, man. Stop.
yeah.
Stop
Just
this. Stop this. Stop
just give you all the W.
No,
Give you all the W.
Stop
Yeah.
this. Stop this, man. Stop this talk. Stop this talk. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. So, moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars at San Francisco 49ers. This one, I mean, I got the 49ers. I mean, Jacksonville, what's this? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, he hasn't been playing bad, right? But the 49ers are going to keep pace with y'all, man. They're 3-0 in the division as well. And I think they're going to keep pace with y'all. They're going to beat Jacksonville. They at home, and Brock Purdy is back. So, yeah, it's not going to happen for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I have no faith in Jacksonville. And I think Trevor Lawrence has been playing horribly.
You think so?
Horribly. Yeah. Horribly. He's been missing passes, missing throws. He's not on the same page with the receivers. He's not even on the same page with his coach. He has a 55% completion percentage so far for the season, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He can't get the ball to his weapons. The only good thing about this offense right now is Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think just based off, and Brock Purdy is going to be back for this game too. And Niners are going to win this easily.
Yeah. They did have Trevor Lawrence's name on the stadium, just last year. I think they did it as a little promo thing, but they put Trevor Lawrence's name on the stadium. So they have that much belief in Trevor Lawrence. So, they're going to live and die with him, man. They're going to live and die, but yeah, this game.
I had a lot of hope for him coming out of college and coming out of Clemson. I thought he was going to be the next big thing, quarterback wise. To me, unlike Justin Herbert, he's been a big disappointment.
Yeah. You think it have anything to do with? I mean, I know Doug Peterson was there for a minute, and now who's the head coach there now?
Liam
Cohen. Yes, yeah. Is coaching? I mean, because does he even have anybody around him? I mean, it's. I know this is Jacksonville, but he should have been better. I think it might be some coaching issues going on.
Okay, you know what? Let me take back something I said. Because you have a point there, right? He had a string of coaches. Urban Meyer was one of them.
Yeah.
That was debacle.
That was
That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was a mess.
Yeah.
But going back to, because I called out some stats and was talking about his completion percentage. He also, I think, his team, his receivers, they have some like the highest drop rate.
Yeah.
One of the highest drop rates in the league as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of instances where he's getting the ball, then they're just not catching the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of the mismatches in terms of the reads, him going one way, the receivers going the other way, it's kind of hard to tell exactly who's at fault there. But if I was to give him the benefit of the doubt, then I would say he just doesn't have a good supporting cast around him all
Yeah.
around, coaching or
Yeah.
receivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. All right. All right. In this next game, this is a big one. Baltimore Ravens go to visit the Kansas City Chiefs. This is an opportunity for the Baltimore Ravens to finally. I mean, I know Kansas City don't have their full team, et cetera, et cetera. They just won their first game against the New York Giants. Whoopty whoopty do. But the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens in this game, even though they are traveling to Arrowhead. Baltimore Ravens, it's been some miscues at the end of games. Lamar is balling out; he's doing everything he can, and it's just been some miscues that's been throwing them off. I think they get up for this game and they go into Arrowhead and they win this game. I don't see Kansas City winning this game. I think Baltimore is going to finally stand up, be a big boy, and put your jock strap on, man. And I think Lamar's going to be Lamar. Derrick Henry is not going to fumble, and they are going to go into Arrowhead and take this one. So I'm going with Baltimore.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is 72% completion percentage with his passes, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. Scrambling wise, I think is what 15 attempts for 118 yards. He's averaging almost 8 yards a scramble. He's at in prime MVP form right now. And I agree with you. I think the Chiefs, they're minus a couple of receivers. Okay, Travis Kelce is a shell of himself. Okay. The defense is not as stout as it used to be. I think that the Ravens are this is a good opportunity for them to really exercise these demons that they've been having with the Chiefs. I think they're going to go ahead and take this one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, next one. We got the Chicago Bears coming off a big win, traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. What you got? What you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, Bears are man, they are incrementally getting better offensively with Ben Johnson's scheme week by week. It started, a certain way, miscues, mishaps, and now you can see every week. And this is what you want to see with a new coach. This is what you want to see with a young quarterback. You just want to see improvement. It doesn't have to be drastic. You just want to see it getting better. And last week against the Cowboys, they really, really put a good game plan and execution together, and I think that's going to continue to carry itself out with this game against the Raiders. The Raiders on their side, and the Raiders don't have the pieces to really, I think, stop the Bears from these improvements that they're exhibiting. I think the Bears are going to go in there. I think they're going to light them up offensively. And I don't see the Raiders doing anything on offense to really threaten that. Ashton Genty, I think there was a stat I read where I think he has, let me see. I just want to make sure I get the rushing part right. So Ashton Genty, yeah. So he has a total of 144 yards rushing so far for the season, right? And he has 145 yards after contact. So think about that,
Yeah. Wow.
right? He's had 145 yards after
Yeah.
contact and has a total of a net of 144 yards,
Crazy.
right? So of course, he's had a lot of plays where he's got stopped behind line of scrimmage,
Right.
but he more than any other running back in the league, right? He has to deal with defenders in the backfield and having to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't care how good you are as a running back, that's not a good recipe for success. You're not going to be successful with that poor of blocking
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Yeah.
So with that being said, he's not going to be able to save them. They got what I think their leading receiver is Tucker or Jacoby Myers, right? And Tucker, Geno Smith. I like Geno, but yeah, they're not going to be able to pull this one out. I think the Bears are going to go in there. They're going to get the W.
Yeah. Barring like the Bears crumbling on themselves, I definitely I could see them winning this game. I like Geno Smith because I think Geno is still going to have a good game. I think Gino is because Gino's been balling, and he's really one of the only bright spots on the Raiders right now. And I really like Gino a lot, and I think he's going to throw the ball around. And he's going to get his yards, but I don't think it's going to be if the Bears come again with the that defensive scheme that they had last week against Green Bay. I don't see
Dallas against Dallas.
Dallas. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't see the Raiders winning this game. So yeah, definitely the Bears. All right. So this one is the Sunday night game. The Green Bay Packers with Micah Parsons visits the Dallas Cowboys. Sunday night football. This is a good game for Sunday night. Finally, I mean, you got a good game for Sunday night. The storylines and all that with Micah and going back and forth. Dallas can't rush nobody. They can't even touch the quarterback. I think all season they probably had one sack all season, and it looks like they are missing Micah Parsons drastically. Dak was Dak, and in last week's game, when you try to put it in his hands, I think you had mentioned last week he was throwing. He had like 50 attempts or something crazy like that. You can't win like that. And if that's the recipe for the Dallas Cowboys, and I think CD Lamb is going to be out. Yeah, there's no way. Green Bay Packers are going to win this game. Micah Parsons is going to come back. He's going to gloat a little bit. He's going to sack Dak because from what I've been hearing is Dak and Micah Parsons kind of have a little little whatever. Micah Parsons came out and said, I mean, Dak came out and said, man, this isn't Micah Parsons against Dak Prescott. This is the Cowboys against Green Bay, and they had a little little talking with each other before Micah left. So I think Micah definitely is going to come back inspired. And boy, let me tell you, he's gonna have Dak on the run. So I'm going with Green Bay in this game. Dallas, yeah, I don't see anything out.
I don't know. I think this is one of those games that is not going to go the way people think it's going to go. I don't know why. I don't know why. Everything is just shouting Green Bay, right? Green Bay should definitely win this game. They're a better team. You got Micah. He's going to be motivated. You think he's gonna play like a wrecking. He's gonna like a wrecking ball, right? But I don't like what I saw with them in Cleveland. Albeit Cleveland has a very good defense. I'm not saying that Dallas can do what Cleveland did, but I don't know. Green Bay defense didn't do that well either
No, they didn't.
against
Yeah.
Cleveland, right? So I think this is going to be a close game, closer than people think expect, and I think Dallas is going to pull this one out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Only way Dallas win this game is Jerry pay off the refs. That's the only way they win this game. I'm telling you. And Jerry now. Jerry pockets deep. Jerry pockets deep. Yeah.
game is in Dallas.
It's in Dallas, man.
In Dallas, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be watching this one intently.
Man. I think Dak's gonna have a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. All right.
CD Lamb's gonna be out, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's gonna be out. Yeah. But this gives Pickens the opportunity to be the number one receiver, man. What you got? See what he got.
I don't. Pickens isn't a number one, man. He's not a number one. He's a great number two. He's not a number one. But that even with all that being said,
Yeah.
Dallas gonna pull it out.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, so we got the last two Monday night games. We got the early game, the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. Oh boy,
Hey, they should be. The NFL should be ashamed of themselves for this one.
they should be
They
beaten
should
for this,
be.
man. They should be beaten
This
for this.
this is horrible.
This is oh my gosh.
It's a horrible game. I don't even want to have to watch it.
I know
But
that's what I'm saying, man. This horrible. God, man, but this one, Lee, I think I'm gonna go with the Jets in this game. Justin Fields he's gonna be out for a minute, right?
yeah, I think he's still out.
Yeah, he's out. The Dolphins hadn't been showing me much. They got a lot of issues going on over there. The Jets lost narrowly last week. And they flash every now and again. Who's the Jets quarterback? Who's the Jets quarterback? Who's playing quarterback for the Jets?
Oh, in place of
Yeah, in place of Justin
Fields,
Fields.
that will be, I'll tell you right now, that's Tyrod Taylor.
Oh yeah, Tyrod. Okay, yeah, Tyrod. Tyrod is gonna do enough to win this game, man. Tyrod is a savvy veteran. You know, he's been around the league for a while. Dolphins just not showing me anything. I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah. Look, I have no faith in Tua. I don't know if you saw Cam Newton's criticism of him this past
What
week.
was he saying? I saw it. I was supposed to watch that.
Basically, he was talking about, he's saying that in a nutshell, Tua's performance of late relative to the salary that he's gotten, right? The market is the market, and he got his big payday. He doesn't seem to have that chip on his shoulder, right? That you would want your quarterback to have to prove to people that he's worth the money. You don't see that fire. You just don't see that drive
Yeah,
in him.
yeah,
Not to say it's not there, but it's not evident in his play. It's not evident in the way that he carries himself. And that's basically in a nutshell what Cam Newton was saying about him. And of course, Tua took offense to that. And I would take offense too. But you got Tyreek Hill, you got Jaden Waddle, and you can't move the ball.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You can't move the ball.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't nothing. So look, I think the Jets are gonna win this game. I think they're gonna lock Tua down. They're gonna blitz him. They're gonna, rattle him. He won't be able to get the ball out. He's proven that, look, if you get him off of his mark, then Tyreek and Waddle, they just out there running
Running
sprints.
around. Yeah, yeah,
They just running
yeah,
sprints.
yeah.
They're gonna take him out of the game. Jets are gonna, hit them with a heavy dose of the run game. The defense is gonna do their thing, and Jets gonna come out with a W.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, going back to this, the NFL should be beaten. They should really be beaten, man. This is ridiculous. Anyway, the last game, Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos. What you got in this one?
The Broncos, Cincinnati. I mean, now look, there's no way you could have predicted in this
Yeah,
situation
I
that
got you. I got
you know, that my man would have gotten hurt,
you. Yeah.
right? Burrow. No one knew Burrow
Right,
would have
right.
been hurt. So that all that being said, this would have been a good matchup.
If yeah, yeah,
If
if
Burrow
Burrow was there.
was in the
Yeah.
game, this would have been a good
Yeah, yeah,
matchup. But there's no Burrow. You got Browning. Broncos are going to win this game.
yeah,
Their defense is too good.
yeah.
The offense is good, not great,
Right.
but it's good enough.
Yeah.
They're going to win this game.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely got to go with the Broncos. Bo Nix has not been impressing me at all, but without the QB in Cincinnati, yeah, ain't nothing happening there, man.
No.
Browning can he not gonna be able to pull this off. So yeah, I definitely think the Denver Broncos got this game, and they get a win. They pick up a win just because they hadn't been playing good either, so they just pick up a win. But I agree with you on this one. I think Denver wins it. But yeah, if Joe Burrow was there, yeah, this would have been hyped up as one of those games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we will see what happened this week with these games, man, and we'll come back on and break everything down.
All right.
All right,
All right,
all
man.
right, man.
Good luck.
Yep, you too, man.
All
All
right.
right, later.